So we're here at Caylor Forge.
Yeah, you can see
doing some blacksmithing. We're gonna make some knives here, so.
Yeah, I'm so excited. This is for Vincent's 50th birthday, so it's his present.
Yeah.
So it's a first time for both of us. We're gonna go check it out.
Yeah.
Check it out with us.
All right, as you can see, this is the outside of the building. It says nice and big, Caylor Forge and Leatherworks, telling you there are blacksmithing classes and knife making classes and much more. When you first enter the building, you will see that they have a little store where you can buy some of the wonderful knives and other things that they have made in the forge. There are lots of options for you to purchase. All right, after the store, you get to go into the workshop. You can see that Vincent's talking, but can we hear Vincent? No, because did Colleen check the microphones? She did not. So now we're going to get a silent movie of sorts as we look around and see what's in the shop. These are templates that you get to use to draw your knife to look at the shape that you want, or you can create your own drawing and make whatever you'd like. This is part of the outside area where there are anvils where you can go ahead and hammer your steel if you'd like to be outdoors. This is the forge. It is extremely hot and has an air blower that's making it extremely hotter. This is one of the guys in the shop. He's helping to create some of the knives that they sell in the shop up front. He's working on the tang of his knife right this minute. This is Nate. He's our instructor. He is teaching us all about the color of the metal. So when you put the metal in the forge, you're going to have this bright orange color. He's going to let us sit here and watch the metal as it cools down so that we know what color it's going to reach when it is too cold for us to be applying pressure and hitting with the hammer. Once it is too cool, you need to take it and you need to take it back to the forge to heat it back up. At this color, it is too cool to hammer. Before we're allowed to hammer the steel, we have to learn how to pick it up with our left hand, because you're going to hold it with your left hand and you're going to hammer with your right hand if you're a right-handed person. This is much harder than it looks. Now Nate is going to show us how to put our steel into the forge. He lets Cody go first, and then he talks to us about turning around with our tongs and being careful because it's been in the forge and it's very hot. So he's saying maybe don't put it too close to your face because that will hurt. Don't hold it out like this because you're going to hurt other people. And so don't turn around with it like that so you go into the building and hurt other people. That's a good way to hold it so you're not hurting anybody with very hot steel. All right, now it's Vincent's turn. He gets to hammer his hot steel, and what he's trying to do is to thin it out. So you begin by hammering on the edge right there on the anvil. Next, Nate shows us how to use the rounded side of the anvil and how to move the steel back and forth as we're hammering so that we can get a nice, straight, spread out piece of steel. Now Nate is showing us how to use the press. He uses the press in order to pull out and straighten out the steel in a quicker fashion than we would be able to do it if we were using the hammer all day. So they use this press in order to flatten the heated steel so that it can become more of a knife blade. And then he shows us again how it's cooling off and how it's making those layers of flattened steel to make the knife. Vincent's walking, hot steel, hot steel. There we go with our hot steel. And again, we go back to the press just so that it can again get elongated a little bit more after we've hammered it. And he kind of presses it down on the top and the sides. Ching, 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 hammer, bang, 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 cling, ching, 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 bang, bang, hammer, hammer, smash, smash, flatten, flatten, ching, ching, bing, bing. All right, so now Nate and Vincent are creating the tang for Vincent's knife. This is the stretched out long piece that is going to go into the wood so that you can create their handle. So you have to hammer it and then twist it and break it off so that you can make a handle. Here Nate is showing us the next step, which is beveling the edge to make the cutting surface of the knife. So he's showing us it can't bounce like that. You can't bounce it on the anvil. You actually need to have it on the edge because you're trying to give it an angle on it so that it has the knife angle. So he's saying you can go to any edge of the anvil and then you're going to hammer down towards that in an angular motion so that you can then create that cutting edge of your knife. He says not to hang it over like that or to have it up in the air like that either.
Yeah, from like here to here. Okay. I like to stay like a hammer switch away from whatever I'm trying not to mess up.
Gotcha.
Yep. You see how you kind of bounced on the anvil? You gotta stop if you do that, alright?
Okay.
You can even hold it a little bit further back if you need to so you don't make that little bump on.
This is called wood on wood. And he's looking for a specific kind of bevel and curve in it so that you can get the tip. And then he teaches you. So now they're beveling the edge. Still working on that edge to try to get it sharp.
I said the word stop. Alright, so right there on the other side, kind of reverse your angle now. Just like that. Stop. This is kind of where some of the finesse comes into play. So you're going to heat it up. I'm going to get on that other side. Okay. We're going to do a roundabout. So I'm going to toss it in the forge. We're going to get it up to a glowing orange. Okay. And then I'm going to put it in a bucket filled with vermiculite. You know the white stuff in potting soil?
So very, very hot. So hot.
Bend down so you can see through it and see it's there today. Let's run at like 90. A couple of my machines run a little bit faster than they should. Just kind of push into that edge. You see how I cut into it just like that? So you can kind of grind and you can work further this way to grind bigger and bigger rounds or whatever. Okay? The important thing about
Look at that. Look at that. See how red that is? That's a beauty. Look at that smoke coming off. Yeah. I don't know what I'm doing next. He just told me to stand here and hold it. Alright, here's Vinny G, the man with the plan. He's filing. You gotta file down your tang. File it, file it, file it, file it, file it. And it makes your arms very tired.
Try again.
Quick. Up and down. Not all the way out of the oil. There you go. Alright, lift it up, let it drip into the container a little bit. Alright. And then you're going to follow them back inside. Hot
steel.
Yeah, that's how we try to get the drip outside.
Yeah.
All right, put your edge side down. Between these guys. Follow me in a little bit farther. Drop your steel down. Just go. There you go. Perfect. All right. There you go. We did it.
I did it.
Good job. So with a knife.
All right, so Vince is heating it up. He's gonna heat it to like a soft glow, and then he's just gotta let it kind of air cool. This is heating number 3, and then he'll do a 4th one before he quenches it. All right, it's Vincent's turn to quench. He's in and out. Pull it to the side.
Warm up for a minute.
It's gonna get hot.
After a couple minutes, we're gonna go in and out, then into the oil pretty much as fast as we can without, running or doing anything sketchy. Quench.
Here he goes. And quench.
Short up and down both.
Up and down. Up and down. Up and down. All right, follow Nate. Hot steel. Sounds like you're selling hot dogs.
I had a guy from New York. Yes. I had a guy from New York. Every time he'd come in, I thought he was selling freaking hot dogs. Hot steel, get your hot steel. Jesus, dude.
Now you gotta sand it. Then we get to use a blowtorch. Ooh, fancy.
One of these torches before the red button turns it on. You hold the red button, hold the silver button, let go of the red button, it stays running.
The red button. Oh, this little bro. Did y'all get that?
You get it? All right. Turn it off, press the first button again, and it turns off. If you somehow get it to shoot gas, but it's not on fire, just press the trigger a little bit harder, okay? So we're gonna get it going, and when we start off, we wanna angle it back, okay? We're trying to keep that tip from getting hot till the very end. All right, we wanna be about this far away, and we wanna try to cut the flame in half. Okay, so don't do this. I don't like that. Don't do that either. Try to cut the flame in half and keep it, play with the angle in the light, because what you're waiting to see are these little colors that flow across it. All right, so we're waiting. This is going to be a little bit more time consuming for all of you because you've got thicker knives and you have forge scale on the back.
Then you gotta file your tang. And then you gotta drill. So that your tang goes in there. It's time to glue the knife together. Mixy. So it's a glue resin combo 50-50. Pour it in the gullet. There, he's putting it in. Alright, so now they're in the press and they're gluing. And then unfortunately we have to go and we don't get to do the last bits because I have another engagement, but it's getting closer.
And that was it. Yeah.
All right,
so
yeah.
that was a lot of fun.
That was a lot of fun. We didn't quite get to the end because I've got to go see the children dance. But Nate's gonna fix it up for us.
We've been here all day.
We've been here all day, and it's
it
so
was a
much
long
fun.
time. Yeah,
It's
it was a lot of
totally
fun.
worth it. So yeah.
So Caylor
Forge.
Caylor Forge. So if you want to learn, come in here and check it out.
Yeah.
I'm Vince.
I'm Colleen.
Geek Out
SA. Oh wow, look what Vincent found. Oh yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah, show them the handle. Nice. So we did the upgrade and paid for the wood. So as you can see on the shelf back here, there's different kinds of materials that you can choose. And so Vincent and I chose some of the different materials. Ooh, look at this beautiful knife that I made. Look at that purple. See that natural edge? It's a beauty. Nice. All right, so here we are next day.
Yeah.
I shouldn't probably point that knife at anybody, but they took care of it for us because we didn't get to stay, but he added the edge and fixed the handle. So look what we kind of made.